All right, CSS aspirants, welcome. If you're looking to really elevate your essay writing, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're taking a fantastic opinion piece from Dawn by Maleeha Lodhi, and we're going to deconstruct it, piece by piece, to build a high-scoring essay blueprint that you can take straight to your exam.
So how do you start an essay with a real punch? You use a hook like this one. Not on the table, but on the menu. Wow, just think about that imagery for a second. Are you a player at the table, making the decisions, or are you the meal? This is exactly the kind of powerful, thought-provoking opener that makes an examiner sit up and pay attention right from the get-go.
And right here, this is the core argument we're going to build. It's the central idea that the world has entered an age of strategic adjustment. This isn't just a phrase, it's the very spine of our essay. Everything we discuss will connect back to this single, powerful thesis.
So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through this just like you'd write a perfect essay. We'll start with the main ideas, then back them up with solid evidence. We'll look at real-world examples, tackle the counterarguments, and then, the best part, we'll put it all together in a blueprint for you. Let's get started.
Okay, first things first. We have to define our terms. You can't build a strong argument on a shaky foundation, so let's get crystal clear on what these core concepts actually mean.
So what exactly is strategic adjustment? It's not just a minor tweak. Think of it as a country completely rebooting its global GPS. It's about actively looking for new friends, new markets, new allies, all to make sure it doesn't get cornered or controlled by any one superpower. If you can define this clearly in your essay, you're already halfway there.
And why is this happening now? Because the stage has changed. We're living in a multipolar world. Power isn't just concentrated in one or two capitals anymore, it's spread out. And this new map creates all kinds of new challenges, but also brand new opportunities. This is the why behind the strategic adjustment we're seeing.
All right, let's pause for our first vocab boost, because using the right words is half the battle. The big problem here is coercion. That's the economic or political pressure forcing countries to change. It's happening because the old world order is fractured. It's breaking apart. And that makes this strategic adjustment an absolute imperative. It's not optional. It's essential for survival. Now for the part that separates a good essay from a great one, the evidence. An argument is just hot air without solid proof. So let's dig into the hard data that Maleeha Lodhi uses to build her case.
Let's look at Exhibit A. In 2020, something huge happened. China overtook the US to become the EU's #1 trading partner. Now, this isn't just some boring statistic. This is a seismic shift. It tells us that the very economic foundations of the world are changing under our feet.
And you want to see strategic adjustment in real time? Here it is. When the US started a tariff war, what did China do? Did it just take the punch? No. It pivoted. It aggressively diversified its exports to other parts of the world like Southeast Asia and Europe. The result? A mind-boggling $1 trillion trade surplus. That's not just survival. That's turning a crisis into a massive win.
But hey, this isn't just China's story. The entire global South is rewriting the rules. Trade between developing countries, what we call South-South trade, has more than doubled in about 15 years. Today, it makes up a full quarter of all global trade. That's a huge deal. It means these countries are building their own economic networks, free from their old dependence on the West.
So, you might be wondering what's lighting a fire under this trend? Well, according to the article, there's an ironic twist. A huge part of this growth, nearly half of it, is a direct reaction to US tariffs. So in a way, the pressure from one superpower is actually accelerating the creation of a whole new, independent economic system for the rest of the world.
Okay, vocab boost number 2. What we're seeing is a dispersal of global power. It's spreading out. This is creating opportunities for rapprochement, which is just a fancy way of saying old enemies are starting to make peace. And what does all this give smaller countries? It gives them leverage. More power, more influence, more options.
The numbers tell a compelling story, for sure, but to make your essay really come alive, you need to show this happening on the ground. You need specific, real-world examples. Let's look at the case studies. So how are these countries getting stronger? They're teaming up. They're not just acting alone, they're creating platforms. Think about groups like the expanded BRICS, the GCC, or the SCO. These aren't just clubs, they are becoming powerful blocs that can coordinate and act together, giving them a much, much bigger voice.
And then there's this brilliant strategy called multi-alignment. Turkey is a perfect example. Instead of picking a side between the US and China, it cleverly works with both. This gives it incredible flexibility. It can play off the big powers against each other, which in turn boosts its own regional and global influence. It's a smart play.
So, we've got our thesis, we've got our evidence. But here's the secret to a top-scoring essay. You have to show that you understand the other side of the argument. You need to tackle the counterpoints directly.
And look, it's not just the global South that's adjusting. Even old, historic alliances are being shaken. The article is blunt, describing the relationship between Europe and the US as being in shambles. It even cites a poll where most Europeans say they just don't see the US as a reliable partner anymore. This means even traditional allies are being forced to rethink their strategies.
If you want a masterclass in this kind of strategic maneuvering, just look at Saudi Arabia. I mean, this is a diplomatic whirlwind. They're strengthening ties with China, making peace with their arch-rival Iran, and building new security partnerships, all at the same time. This is a country that is actively diversifying its options, so it's not dependent on anyone.
Now, here it is. This is the moment in your essay that shows true analytical depth. The counterargument is simple, sure, but these middle powers still need the superpowers for security and money, so their autonomy is just an illusion. And your rebuttal? You acknowledge that, yes, dependence exists, but, and this is the key, in this new multipolar world, their options have exploded. They have more choices and therefore more leverage than they've had in decades.
Okay, one last vocab boost to bring it all home. The end goal of all this is to achieve greater autonomy or independence. And the main strategy they're using is hedging. They're diversifying their relationships to protect themselves. And the result? These middle powers are becoming far more consequential. They matter more on the world stage.
Okay, we've taken the entire argument apart. We've looked at the concepts, the data, the examples, the nuance. Now let's put it all back together into a simple, step-by-step blueprint that you can use for your exam.
And there you have it, your 6-step plan to a fantastic essay. Start with that killer hook. Explain the why and the how in your first body paragraph. Then, pile on the evidence, both economic and political. Crucially, address the counterargument before you wrap it all up. This structure isn't just a suggestion, it's a proven formula for a logical, convincing, and high-scoring essay.
And to really get you ready, here are 5 probable exam questions where you can apply this exact framework. Take any one of these, use the blueprint we just built, sprinkle in that new vocabulary, and you'll be well on your way. You've got the tools. Now go write something brilliant.